Hey, what's up guys, Control here, and today I am bringing you guys a video on Egg Hunter. A deck that's very near and dear to me. Probably one of my favorite ones in Hearthstone to play. It's kind of something that I labbed and just came up with randomly. And started just jamming and actually had some pretty decent success with. I play it every so often, a couple times in expansion, and I think it's one of the decks that actually generally gets quite a few cards per set. Check out Uldum. Did we get anything from Uldum? Dino Tamer brand. And Zephyrs, I believe? Yeah, and Zephyrs. And Serpent Egg. Yeah, we actually got a lot of stuff. Wow. This would be what I would consider the core of the deck, though. I think that it's basically just Rexar, because you kind of need Rexar. This is a pretty low curve deck in most cases. You get a lot of value from Cube. And if you choose to play them, some of your cards that let your death rattles pop off, like Umbra and Necromechanic, for example. But that's kind of like the idea with that. And then obviously the eggs, and then the ways to activate your death rattles would be considered core as well. Play Death, Feign Death, and Terror Scale Stalker. If you're playing a non-Reno version, I don't think Serpent Egg is completely necessary all the time. You could opt to cut that to run some heavier death rattles, maybe like Sylvanas, Karen, even if you're playing against a lot of slow stuff, so that's perfectly fine. It's kind of just dependent on what you're seeing, but I think these 17 cards are fairly core to a non-Reno version. I think Spider Bomb is one that might be kind of confusing. I think the card's just broken, and you usually want to run a mech package in this deck. I'll show you guys what you can do with that. So with mechs, a very specific Hunter one that's super good is Ursatron. Very, very powerful. So you can run Ursatron. That's not a mech, okay, it had mech in his name. I was going to say that would make it a lot better. But you can run Ursatron and I believe Snip Snap, which is really good as well, and then Ziliax for anti-aggro. Which is something that this deck kind of lacks. Your anti-aggro is kind of aggression with eggs and drawing activators. So it works in that sense. That would be what I would consider the core, and then I think the best way to play the deck right now is actually just a Reno version. I played this a little while ago. I haven't changed it too much. I think I took out a Goblin Prank and added a Zola, because I think Zola with some of our value cards could actually be pretty good, so we're going to try that out. But for the most part, it's quite similar to what we were playing previously. So you just want Flare because of the Secret Mages. I'll basically go over like the choices for like the individual cards that I ran. Tracking just to draw, it's really good when you're playing Reno decks to get specific cards that are strong. Quick Shot's just removal. Serpent Egg again is good. We don't have Tuner Beans, so it's nice to make up for that. Zephyrs is basically the reason you make this Reno. Dino Tamer brand obviously as well, but Zephyrs is one of the really big ones. Companions is pretty broken on curve, so we play that, and in case we don't hit our death rattles. Bran actually works pretty well with some of the wacky stuff we do, like Stitch Tracker. The main combo being like Bran, Dino Tamer brand for 16 damage. You actually do win with that a lot, which is really cool. Let's see. Snip Snap, you're talking about that with the mech package. Spawn of Shadows, I think this is one that I get questioned about a lot. I think Spawn of Shadows is actually a very, very good card in these decks. If you even have like 3 or 4 minions on board, you can just go like Umbra, Spawn, and maybe like a Death Rattle activation, and it's like a +2/2 buff for all of your minions, and you get a 4/4 spawn. Super, super good. And it basically gets really powerful anytime you play any of your broken 4-cost cards, like Necromechanic, Umbra. I don't think that I put Baron Rivendare in the deck. No, I didn't put Baron Rivendare in. Okay, that's fine. You don't really need him if you have Necromechanic, and it's a little bit greedy, actually. Could potentially be better than Zola, but I think we should try her first. And then we have Tracker, which is really good. I would almost consider this card core just to like discover cards like Terror Scale Stalker or your top end cards when you need them. Ursatron, we talked about that. Zola, again, that's like one of the cards that I'm changing from the list that I was playing last, just for more value. That's basically it there. But I guess we can talk about all the 4-cost cards at once. All of these are basically what tie the deck together and make it good, I guess. You can play it with bigger minions, like I was saying, in the core, but I think that Umbra, Necromechanic, and Shaw are the 3 big cards that kind of enable you to pop off. Shaw means whenever you activate a death rattle, like say from a cube, you can instantly rush in and win board with the minions you have. Necromechanic means that any death rattle that you activate or trigger is going to give you insane value. And Umbra means anything you play is going to be nuts. So these 3 basically make the death rattle cards insane. And they're like some of the reasons to play the deck. Cube obviously is just really big for value. Ziliax is anti-aggro. Reno's self-explanatory. Sylvanas is really good with 9 lives and just against big priest and like some slow warlock decks. You can steal Void Lord sometimes. And Bloodsinger is one that I was trying out. It's kind of cool. You can just like maybe pull Snip Snap and kill it or something like that. It's also just like a big body, 6 mana, 6/9. So I dig it. It's just like a new card to play with, which this deck actually has a lot of. Yeah, it does have a lot of Uldum cards, I would say. Just good. Yeah, that's a brief explanation on the deck though. So let's hop into some gameplay and get some people in the face with King Crush.
Versus Jaina.
Last time we played this matchup, it was pretty good for us.
Let the hunt begin.
So Flare and Reno are both tech cards, so I mean, just keep them, they're good. Quick shot, Vein Death, okay. All minions lose stealth. The most useless part of this card. All minions lose stealth. Does nothing. Serpenting's really good. I have an activator again as well. Okay, no girl's fine. I don't really like quick-shotting this. I much prefer quick-shotting like a Karinsar maybe? Karinsar would be much better. With Devil's Sword, it looks like a pretty simple like turn 4 if he plays a secret, probably just like coin to test. If nothing happens, flare, then like maybe not flare, maybe like quick shot and Feign Death. If you have both the eggs up, like the Feign Death is definitely gonna let us do well. I think Egg Hunter, sorry, can do well in this matchup when you're playing a Reno deck because you have Zephyrs with Flare, you have a Flare in your deck, all of your eggs do really well into Explosive Runes and Flame Ward, and you could generally just play around their Secrets pretty well. It's this Counterspell that kind of beats you. I would say that that's the only one that really can get you and knock you down often. So let's get a 5/5 and I take 3, cool. 3 mana 5/5, battle card, take 3 damage. Make him discard a 3 mana card, cool. It's a good way to think about that. If Feign Death gets a lot worse though. His Fireballs goes face, that's fine. So we're probably just gonna quick shot. Let's see what this is first. Huffer. Because I have Reno, I'm gonna just let him attack with the Archaeologist again. I want to save the coin. Playing around Counterspell later is just so important. Because I would be dumping the coin to like remove 2 damage, right? When I have 2 very, very high value spells in my hand. Just doesn't make any sense. 2 mana 5/5, yep.
I'm late.
Okay. Okay. I'm not dead this turn. I just play Reno next turn. I think the small snap is right though. Just develop it. It's a really good minion later as well, I guess, but it's fine right now too. So if we don't Reno, we're effectively dead, right? There's nothing that we can really do there. That does not seem correct there, but okay. That's fine. So we play the Reno, we heal the full, he still does 15 damage next turn, so we're kind of still getting clapped. Then I have Rexar, coin quick shot. If we Rexar here, we're most likely dead. Any burn spell gets us.
We're gonna be rich.
I think a bump here makes sense. I think Ziliax Colossus might even play it. Yeah, I was kind of hoping he was just holding Shiny Finders. That was my logic with playing it then. That I would hit the Shiny Finders and be okay. But yeah, you could be right. For sure. I would have played around as random Leroy out. I don't think you really play Leroy in Kingsbane Rogue though, so I mean, it's kind of weird at the same time, right? Like, Myra's is your Leroy in that deck, so you don't really ever expect that, right? So, secrets. I full clear? Yes, I full clear here. You coin, quick shot, 3, 2, 1, and we play Rexar. This just feels so good when your Rexar's nuts, man. It's nice, I'll tell you. Just boom, we fully clear the Secret Mage's board, single 25. Our 9 lives brings back Snip Snap. Devil's Sword Egg, right? Those are the 2 outcomes there. Attack face, see what happens. Play Citron, then Brand probably, then Hero Power last. And he's played Explosive Runes. It could be like maybe don't even know. Flame Ward, Counterspell, one of the two probably. I actually probably start with this. Direwolf's really good here. Direwolf is a 1/3, I can play another card, sure. This is really strong. Splitting Image, okay, of course. That's fine. So I can have a 1/3. I'd still trade there, he has a 4/4. I'd probably play Bran, he kinda has taunt, right? Sort of has taunt. Get one that's popped as well. I can get more value with the Terror Scale, obviously, but I think this is fine. We have a lot of Death Rattle minions in the deck. So I think just getting the minions out and being able to trade with that is more important right now. He just goes face. I have Ziliax in my deck, I can Ursa trying to draw it. Okay. Thinking about maybe holding fireballs, I don't know. Can Zola my Ziliax? It's not bad. If he doesn't play anything, I can't Ziliax though. Zola Bran? Yeah, that's a combo. I think I maybe do this first. Fledgling is probably strong here. Fledgling with Lifesteal Rush is definitely good, yeah.
Your history.
That's moderately powerful, yeah, I think we're gonna play that. We do that, and then heal for 5 and adapt. I'm sorry, actually, I don't think you really trade with Fledgling that often, right? You kind of just think it says adapt after you attack. It's only when you hit face. That's funny. I was gonna say maybe get like Divine Shield or like Health or something, or can't be targeted, but okay. Or Wind Fury, but I mean, that's funny. I can Zola this now though, which is really good. Arcanist. Okay, so we're probably just playing with zombies now. It's not even really an egg deck anymore. It's like a zombie stack. Okay, never mind, he kills their good zombies. That's unfortunate. He has a 5/5. It's never explosive, so I can just play this. Maybe it's still better to just Hero Power. I was thinking maybe we just like Ursatron trade in to draw, but like Hero Powering is pretty good. Kodo's okay here. Kodo's just like beefy. 5/8. Is that really like ideal though? Kills anything he plays. If it's dupe, he would have to top deck a secret for this to be good anyways. Think we're just gonna trade off the non-brand minions and probably pass here. Yeah. That seems fine. Secrets. Okay. So I'm guessing this is counterspell. It's probably second counterspell. Ziliax is really good. I couldn't like Zola Ziliax if I strapped him on the Ursatron. It's still right though. I think at this point I should go face now. So play this turn is looking like Ursatron, maybe even Shaw, we'll see. But just Hero Power, see if that changes anything. Chicken's funny sometimes. Sure.
Your history.
So we played stuff. I'm never dead in one turn, then we just Ziliax our Ursatron and we're fine. Angry Chicken. Hey Shay, how you doing? Things my face, that's fine. And the secret, okay. Lucky. I think we beat all secrets right now. We don't beat Vape, but I mean like...
Unity. Precision.
Okay, we heal for 6 and then we play block. That's his block card. Can make another zombie since it's big. And we know that's counterspell probably. Cable Rats. Scale-eyed. Weird. That's one too many now. Okay, cool. Good game. I think I should cut Zola.
Rexa versus
Mage? Okay,
Jaina.
cool.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
I mean, I'd probably just have to keep. It's really slow, though. If he has a good draw, I'll have to play Zephyrs early, which is fine, but I mean, this is just a really good hand. Yeah, like a really, really good hand. Yeah, if Zephyrs had a search bar, it'd be a little bit nice, right? It'd kind of work a little bit better, I think, than he does right now. So right now, I mean, he kind of shits the bed sometimes, which is not good. Not good at all. Secrets, we kind of player on counterspell. Probably just play these on curve. Baron's pretty good because you can eat up like an explosive runes and you don't take damage. It's also just awkward to trade into because he's really big. Face. Bad Huffer. We don't like that Huffer. We want a Misha. Where's our Misha, man? 4/4 ton is big.
The future
Luna's fun. This is pretty good into explosive.
Job done.
Cool. I was gonna say otherwise I would just like Zephyrs and maybe Pain that, I don't know. But that's fine for us, right? We don't really have any issues with that. Good play. Good fireballs.
I'm late.
There's a 5/5, okay.
Late.
Should you get a death here, you think? Really good death, and then we trade Luna. And he kind of edged ahead on board. Depending on what he does, it might just be like Reno for 11. It's really high tempo play.
We have many secrets.
You could play the Bloodsinger too, that would be fine.
Excuse me, you are on
Fake food. I'm never dead next turn, I think we just play this.
I'm ready for this.
Dude, that's fine. It's an okay minion to get duped because it's like a 3-2, but it's better than the 4-3 or the 2-3 because we have Rexar, right? You can play both, coin a secret, and then basically just clear. So you see the Rexar.
The eternal hunt has begun.
Seems good. I feel like Rexar is how you win a lot of games with this deck if you don't have like the best starting hand ever. Basically, if you can't stick something around like turns 2 to 5, Rexar is really nice to just like give you a lot of value from. Because your individual draws aren't always the best right now. Let's do this. If I can't play this, it'd be really bad, but fuck, I can't play here. 7 mana. Okay, this is really good for next turn though. It's fine. I think the damage that we do will heal us as well, right? Because we have Lifesteal on the card.
You're not ready for this.
Congrats, DJ. That's a D4, man. Match, how you doing? So we play this. If I understand how this works correctly, we're gonna heal for a ton, and then we basically get healed for like it'll be 3 plus, yeah, we'll heal for 10, right? Yeah. That's good. Okay, because we're gonna kill that, and every time we damage it, we should get healed. And I should have done this first, my bad. I'm kind of trolling. Our minions usually cost more, but it still isn't very good. Halazi also isn't that strong, so I think I'm gonna take the Cable Rat. So it's just like a useless one, I think. Trade the 3-2, get it in for 7. Look, Cloud Prince or Fireball. He's a coin and 3 cards. Fireball, boom, Cloud Prince 3-4. This guy wants to win on board. Okay, we get a board battle. We have Bran. I don't have Bran. Do I greed out the Bran combo? I kind of want to greed out the Bran combo.
Which tracks to follow?
From 8, if he is double Fireball, like he would have to draw Fireball and a Cloud Prince, right? That would have to be his exact hand. It never. No, we're never dead. It might be that this is Counterspell though. That's why I'm not like Super excited to do this.
Which tracks to follow?
I'm drawing something next with this. This just trades better though.
You'll find me
I think that I'm just gonna do this and trade. This card is so good. It's crazy that it's just like a body too. The fact that it's a battle card is even more nutty as well, because you can just like play with Bran.
We have many
Face.
secrets.
No secret there. It's explosive, that would kill that. Hero power first. You know, how many beasts do we have? We don't have many beasts, right? We have one on board, I guess. That's something. On lifesteal. Sure. It's not the best ever, but it's something.
I'll show you how it's done.
Not Flame Ward. So this probably dies when I play it. So it's counterspell dupe or counterspell block. Should just taunt the Spider Bomb and not give him value with minions. Because if it is duplicate, it's just not good for me to do that right now. This card hasn't played since turn 7. It might be like a copy of a counterspell. That'd be my guess. He's drawn a lot of cards, right? We haven't triggered one yet, so I think it's just going to be the second counterspell right here. So if we don't play spells this game, we're going to be pretty happy, I think. We still have 2 turns. We can do... we don't do 13 this turn. Be like Hero Power first, probably like Leave Self. Fairy Shark's really good. It's more aggressive. And stuff. The lifesteal is broken too. It's like one of the reasons why you can beat aggro decks that kind of fizzle out. It's generally just mage that you do really well against when you're playing the Reno version. Snip Snap you don't do that well against, and you can beat Mech Paladin with some panels. It's not that likely though. You can beat Mech Paladin if you get ahead on board. But the Secret Mage matchup is definitely really good for this deck. Anything with Death Rattles, you play around a lot of the secrets super well. Yeah, being one off usually sucks. That's how it goes though. Speak Q Mage, I draw 2 Death Rattle activators and a tracker. Probably have to keep like the Playdead and the tracker. It's just like too good not to keep, right? Our average draw is pretty cheap. It's like slightly favoring cards that cost 3 or less. Some of those are situational though. But by turn 5 we should have something relevant to do with Playdead, which is kind of the idea. Stitch Tracker we usually keep just so we can get like either a good minion or a Zephyrs, because, well, Zephyrs isn't a good minion, he's the best minion. Yeah, he's the best minion.
Happy Hallows End.
Happy Hallows End, amigo. Hello. Happy Hallows End.
I'm with the cabal.
It's a secret, we can track. Track attack. Pick Reno, goodbye Sylvanas, goodbye Quick Shot. Definitely still worth it though, I mean this card's really fucking good, right? So no complaints on that note. If it's explosive, I'll just take the damage, it doesn't really matter. I have 2 of Nerubian now. What do I get for next turn?
I wonder.
Can't play that, it's explosive, that's fine. I'm gonna get value from it then, but that's okay. He probably trades, plays Karintar.
We have many secrets.
Be Karintar face. Karintar face, I don't mind that. So maybe look for Cube now, I'm not sure. You could just trade play 3/6. It's bad into explosive, but I mean we're fine. I think value trading here is not very good. Cube is fine, okay. So we should still do that. 3/6 we can value trade with and cube into his 4/3s, right? So this is strong. Can play that and make a ton of these. Cubing like your 4 drops is usually one of the best things you can do in this deck. Specifically Shaw is the best one to do because then you just rush everything and you win, but the Necro mechanic's not bad either. Wins a secret. Why wouldn't he coin a Karintar with that? I'm kind of confused. So we decided to not coin a Karintar. That was a decision he made there. He thought about it and he decided to not, like, I guess I got a free trade, I mean... That could be the reason. Okay, so our cube's there. I can test for counterspell with that, and then play dead. Or we can just trade and play Reno. Yeah, trade and play Reno sounds good, because we're kind of dying, right?
I'm late.
In a 0 mana
I'm
5. Like,
late.
yeah, I think Reno seems good here. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's maybe trade the 4/4 and then get rich. I am about healing for 24 in this matchup, man. I am about it. Super
We
good.
have many secrets. I'll show them. I'll show them all.
We have Rexar now. Depending on the draw, maybe you try to play on hard mode. It doesn't really help you when you play on hard mode. Hard modes is where you don't Rexar. If you don't Rexar, the game goes to hard mode. Which makes it a little bit more interesting. But we should probably Rexar, right? Probably play Rexar. I don't want to test the counterspell. I want to wait. More Corinthors, cool. This guy has all the Corinthors in the world, man. I know I could have got more 3/6s though. I realized that I just didn't really want to. He is right. I don't have anything to test with, right?
We have many secrets.
If it is counter, it is kind of bad.
You're not ready for
I just made double dupe too, which is interesting. Okay, so that's AoE. Does that. I can play this maybe, and then test, and then flare, and then trade. Let's draw first, we get a terror scale, that's still really good. So we should probably just develop with this. Fortunately it doesn't stack, right? It kind of sucks. It'd be a lot cooler if it did, but no, they don't. You don't trigger twice and then twice again. If it read your death rattles trigger another time, that would be good. So Secret Mage over, so Reno Egg Hunter overall. I would say data alright. I think we got some pretty unlucky panouts, but we did clown Secret Mage 3-0 against them, so we did really well in that matchup. So if you're struggling with that and you have a lot of dust, this would definitely be a deck that could do quite well.